A bunch of people joining. Got some people live. Fantastic. All right, so we'll get started here right on time. So, Upticks, our, of course, goal is to help people do less and sell more, win customers faster. So I'm going to show you another way to help do that in today's webinar. Get right into it. The agenda for today, I'm going to go over some of the most recent releases and updates. Then I'm going to show and get into the big update that we've released today and how to write personalized cold emails at scale, ChatGPT. And then I'll do a reveal of another feature that we're releasing, I hope, within the next couple weeks. And then I'm going to have a special offer for everybody, and we'll do Q&A. So we'll open up to Q&A at the end. If you have any questions, if you're on the Zoom call, one of the benefits of Zoom, we'll try to check the comments on social as well. But if you're on Zoom, use the Q&A feature and ask questions throughout. If you have any questions, you think of anything, then we'll handle everything at the end with Q&As. But make sure to put that in the Q&A and not the chat. I can't remember if the chat is enabled or not, but just make sure to do it there, and we should be good to go. All right, I'm going to just get rid of this little banner here, and we'll get started. All right, first of all, starting with one of our most recent updates, you might all know we released unlimited inboxes, fair use policy. So we've fully transitioned our email infrastructure to eliminate the pay per inbox model for upticks. So we are now unlimited. We used to charge anywhere from $9 to $29. We've tried different pricing models for that, but we've replaced our infrastructure that we've had in the past for that. Ended up costing us quite a bit of money in terms of expenses, and built our own in-house solution to help with inboxes. So that's available on all of our new updated plans, prospect, engage, convert, and then our warm-up plan as well. If you're on a legacy plan, you would need, because it's a totally different infrastructure, you do need to migrate. We've got different limits, so all that kind of stuff on the new plans. We can't give unlimited contacts, unlimited users, unlimited inboxes, and all that kind of stuff. So you do need to be on a new plan to take advantage of this. Okay, so it's super, super helpful, of course, to spread your sending volume across multiple inboxes and not, get charged from upticks. The next one, a quick update we did, we released team inboxes previously. So if you have multiple inboxes, multiple phone numbers, tasks, all that kind of stuff, and you're managing a team, you can create custom views for task management. Super, super handy. That's on our convert plan. And we also released webhooks, and that's available on all plans as well. And I see I forgot to update my slide point and the bullet. So webhooks are webhooks, APIs, all that kind of stuff. You can connect and integrate with other platforms without having to use apps and all that kind of stuff. So that's available on all plans. And then we just released, I think a week or two ago, phone validation. So this is super helpful if you have inbound leads coming into upticks from paid ads or anything like that. People are typing their numbers in and they're not valid. So it can help save. It's helped save us specifically 15 to 20% of our calls, wasted calls on invalid numbers. It assigns country code to them so you can call people at the right time, a whole bunch of stuff. So that's available on the Engage plan, as that comes with the phone and SMS usage. So that's a recent update as well. And then some of you might have noticed that we migrated support bots. So I just want to basically just say thank you to everybody. It's been a little bit of a transition. Thanks for everyone's feedback. Thanks for your patience. Hope the AI chat, it's not 100% perfect, but it's done a really good job reading all of our articles. And I just want to say thanks for everyone with our new ticket flow. Any submissions, bug requests specifically go directly to our tech team now. Previously, we had a support rep handling the any sort of like maybe bug requests you might come across, and it slowed us down a little bit on getting things fixed. So that's going directly to our development team now. So appreciate everyone with the feedback and patience on that. Quick little update here. Some of you know that we do offer some services. We have a la carte services for setting up inboxes, writing sequences. We've historically done monthly services, but inside of Upticks now, you can request us to create sequences for you, set up inboxes, set up domains, a whole bunch of other stuff. So inside of More Tools and then Ramp Up, those are a la carte. You do not have to pay a monthly service fee. This is brand new. We just released this today. So if you go into this ramp here, you're going to now see a la carte services. So if you need new inboxes, new domains, copy, lead lists, that kind of stuff. We'll do that on an ad hoc basis. So we've developed the infrastructure to handle that on the back end. So that's a little update there. And then for our managed services for outreach, we've made some slight improvements for totally managed services so that you don't have to tell us what you want with our cold to gold services. We actually do it for you. So we've hired a team of experts that will work with you and work on your campaigns like it's their own business. So this is built into your business, built into your Upticks account. Okay. Help you put meetings on the calendar. All right. And then we're also going to be incorporating the personalized approach that I'm going to reveal on this webinar with the personalized AI stuff. That's why everyone's here, basically. So I will give you guys a look under hood of all of that stuff. But ultimately, the goal is to get you more appointments. So that's a little update there. Now let's get into the real reason why everyone's here and how to write personalized cold emails at scale with ChatGPT. All right, built into Upticks. So first of all, the problem, before I get into the demo, is getting attention. So this is getting much harder. Today's day and age is now 2024, right? Prospects are actively avoiding our outreach like it's the plague, and it's costing 3 to 4x the opportunities we found. So, a lot of us try to do automated email. Some of us are very successful with that. Some people aren't. Some of you have small total addressable markets that doing fully automated emails, it doesn't make sense for. All right. But in any event, getting attention from our prospects is getting harder, and personalization is one way to help with that. Reply rates are decreasing because a lot of prospects are, they completely avoid automated emails, of course, and their inboxes are full. And then a lot of you have probably seen sort of the assault on sales with some of the email client provider updates with workspace banning and all that kind of stuff. So they continue to crack down on email automation. So personalization, maybe slowing things down a little bit, is something that might be necessary moving forward. And I think the update today is going to be super helpful for everybody to help with that while also getting more attention. All right. So the solution to all those are personalization at scale, which we'll get into. So I'm going to share my screen right now and hop into Upticks. All right. And we'll dive right in. So I'm going to go into, it looks like everyone can see this just fine. All right. So if you're not familiar with Upticks, I'll try to spend a little bit of time showing you a few things, but I'm going to hop into some tests that we've been doing with our AI personalization. So if you are an Upticks customer, if you're on the convert plan, now you're going to see some new options under the sequencer, under workflows, to now pick a research step and an AI text step. Okay. So let me walk you through these. This is an existing sequence, of course. The builder looks a little bit different, but when you pick your research the lead step, what's going to happen right now, this works for leads websites. Okay. So if you have contacts saved into Upticks and there is a company associated, and we do that automatically through the domain of the email and then some other mechanisms. Right now, our research the lead step will go and scrape the website and gather as much information as possible from that. Then what you can do is you can save that scrape data into a custom field in Upticks. So I have, I think, a field called, 1 second here. I might be in the wrong sequence. 1 second here. Thought I was in the right one. Live demos. So there's always something that happens. Or my screen share is cause an issue. Anyway, you can add a custom field. So you can save the research into a custom field in Upticks. Okay, so you can pick any field you possibly want. Actually, I might be in the wrong column, but you can also then from there log a note on the contact details. So you just turn this little toggle on. It'll log a note at the contact level right in the timeline of the contact. So that's going to get all the information for you automatically. And you can then use that information to do generative text with ChatGPT built in. You don't need to do anything with it. We already have it integrated into the platform. Okay. I'm going to do something here. I might be just in the, I'm going to do a little refresh here. And I don't know what's, going on with my steps. There we go. Fixed it. All right. I think I was logged into another account and had a caching issue. So appreciate that. So you can take that research, all right, save it into, I call a raw research field. You can go into your settings, add text fields to save this data. So we've made this feature very, very flexible, and you can basically do what you want with it. So what we do is we get all the raw research, and I'm going to show you some real examples. Then what we do is we take that raw research, and then we do a ChatGPT summarization step. Okay, so you can do generative AI here. And some of you don't know, but we released a mini product called UpChat a while ago. So we're using that infrastructure where you can save prompts and you can save personas in it. So I'll show you what that looks like. So we have, you can save all your prompts. So you can tell ChatGPT whatever you want to do with that data. Okay, this is going to come in super handy when we get into the personalization. I'm going to actually show you the examples and some prompts. Okay, so with this, I'll show you my summarized research. So I'm just telling ChatGPT here, write a detailed summary of this information that was scraped, okay, from a website, but no more than 200 words. Remove all text that seem like call to action. So it's just context about the company, and specifically call out any case studies, testimonials, or reviews they have. Then I'm insert. This is the really cool part. This is one of the really cool parts of this whole thing. You can insert any custom field from the CRM and upticks into the prompt. Literally any field. You can first name, last name, job titles, industry, literally any field that you save in upticks, you can pass over to ChatGPT. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm passing the raw research. So this step here, right here, is gathering all the research, and it's scraped information. So it comes through all weird. I'll show you guys examples of that. So this is summarizing it. And you can do this literally with any field in the platform. The next step I do, though, is to generate an AI personalization. Now, before I get into this, I'm going to show you a single sentence personalization, but you can do this with an entire email if you want. You can do this with basically anything. And with it, you can actually do AI after AI after AI. You can literally come up with your own sequencing for generative AI and however you want to use it. I'm going to show you intro lines today. So I have a prompt. This one's specifically for like if they have, we're inserting job titles. So here's a prompt. So we're first of all, at the very end, I'm going to pass the summarized research in there just to show you that. But at the beginning, we have this entire prompt and how we want ChatGPT to interact with that data. So I'm just saying, you're reaching out to, person's job title, named, first name. By the way, I don't like inserting the first name. I'm just going to show you a test. It doesn't goof up. It just double names things. If you're inserting a merge field for first name, I'll show you that. In the, insert industry via cold email, personalizing an email based on lead research done on the company website. This strategy uses a one-sentence personalized line with a complementary approach based on the information about their company and persona we're targeting. If they have a case study or testimonial, specifically call that out. Do not write anything, so on and so forth. This is your ChatGPT prompt. And then we're giving it guides. So you're basically training your own AI model. So a lot of these intro line writers in the past have had to train their own models, and it's locked. It's locked to the point where you can't customize how you want it to say. So here, like, this is just what I came up with, what we've come up with. That works fairly well. But you can literally make your own personalization prompt. So I'm giving an example. So here's some ideas of words to start the personalization with. It's incredible, congrats, it's truly, so on and so forth. You can place whatever you want in there. And then we're passing actual examples over. So I've got like 5 different examples we're giving it on how to write it. Okay, and it's doing an amazing job with this. Then at the end, we're just saying, here's the research on the prospect's company to use for the personalization. Okay. You can literally make this prompt whatever you want. And again, you can pass any data point from upticks into the prompt, which is awesome. I'll show you the output in a second. The last thing that we're doing is then we have an email step. And if you're not familiar with upticks, we have a feature where you can pause the email. And what that does is it schedules it in your inbox so a human can review these before you hit send if you want. I would recommend, at least in the time being, to review these. And I'll show you what they look like. They're coming out pretty good. But then inside of your template, you can say first name, And then we're inserting that personalized sentence right in the beginning. And then you can say whatever you want. You could also put this personalized sentence at the end. You could just make it a PS statement. Okay. Or you could do both. You could A/B test, right? You could spark up an A/B test, and you could do every other if you really wanted to. Okay. So that's the process. Now, let me show you some of the output. So you don't think I'm trying to hide it from everybody and, and not show you the actual results. So I have no idea what is going to come out of this. I have some examples I'll probably show you that I am familiar with, but I'm just going to open up some of these and show you guys the output. Okay, I won't dox anyone. I won't show any emails, but first of all, showing the scraped information. So this is the raw research. So you saw the ability where you can log a note in Upticks. So I have a log a note added for the scraper step for the website. Okay, so this is the raw data for this particular company. It's pretty long. Okay, and then as I showed you, we have a summarization step. So here's the summary that goes to ChatGPT and summarizes it. And I've got that specific prompt to try to find case studies, testimonials, that kind of stuff. Then I had the intro line writing. So in this case, it said, hey, congrats on your commitment to giving back and creating a healthy planet. Your iconic puzzle designs truly evoke emotion and provide the perfect challenge for enthusiasts. Huge congrats on being the most loved and gallery worthy. That's what it came up with. So it wrote that based on our prompt and based on the information from the summary. Okay. We didn't have to do anything other than just set up the sequence. And then it inserted that into the email. And so this is a scheduled email. So it doesn't, you as a human can still review it. You can edit it. Maybe it doesn't sound quite right. Maybe you want to get comfortable with this. But basically these will go into your inbox and you can review it, see how it looks in your email, click send. Your stats will still get tracked back to your sequence. So there's one example. Let's just open up this one. I've done a bunch of tests, by the way. So I got a lot of data. So you got your raw scrape, you got your summary, you've got your intro line. Congrats on creating such an innovative approach to building engaged cultures. Natasha Davis's testimonial speaks volumes about your impact. So just imagine like you're somebody getting emails, right? And you're used to getting just automated emails, and it's very easy to ignore. Okay. This at least reduces some friction. Actually, not some, it reduces quite a bit of friction. Okay. And if you wanted to, you wouldn't even need to use AI. You could use AI for this to write it, but then you could see your research here and you could always edit these and customize them. So now if you are doing personalized outreach, let's say you're using a high ticket, you have a high ticket service, a high ticket product, or like a small total addressable market, you likely want to actually do some human personalization as well to get attention, because it's getting harder and harder to get replies. So you could just come in here, you could let the AI do a lot of the work, but maybe you notice something in the research quickly here. Now you don't have to go visit a bunch of websites and all that kind of stuff to point things out. You've got, the name, the job title, you got their company, you've got the research all right here, right? So you just click send. All right, there's another example. This one, by the way, I was inserting the job titles into it. I'll show you some other examples. Here's another one. Let's go right into the email. So congrats on revolutionizing the future of athletic training on Wave On Health. It's truly a game changer for athletes at all levels. Okay, simple sentence. And again, this is a complimentary approach. You could instruct it to do whatever you want. You could say, hey, point out XYZ, like just only point out a case study or testimonial, or you could really do anything you want with the prompt. So it's kind of up to your imagination. So that's one with using and inserting job titles. Here's another one. I'll just show you an example. So you might be a little bit more familiar with, say Upticks. So I'll show you one that it generated about me. So here's the raw information from the Upticks website. All right. And just FYI, it doesn't work on every website. So some websites have blockers and that kind of stuff, but it works on a majority of them. So here's the summary about Upticks. And then here's the email. So Patrick, huge congrats on the success of Upticks. Love how your platform provides all the necessary tools for building for businesses to accelerate the revenue. The UpChat feature using ChatGPT tech is genius. I would never, if somebody sent me this email, yeah, I would never know that they didn't actually spend the time to do it. Okay. And who doesn't like a compliment anyway, right? Whether it was AI written or a person wrote it. And again, if you're doing manual, if you're hitting send anyway, you could always add some of your own flair to make it, look even less, robotic. But this is a huge improvement there. I want to show you another one, one of our co-founders. So Manjeet's our tech co-founder. So this is, so I think I passed over job title here as well. So it said, Manjeet, congrats on building such a comprehensive sales platform. He's actually the one who's built most of the platform in addition to Milad. Okay. I'm passing in this prompt the person's name. And this is what I mentioned before. Like if you pass the person's name in the prompt, it might throw in their name as well. And if you have your email template putting in their name, you might not want that. So in your prompt, you might not want a double name. But anyway, loved reading about James and Reese's success story with Upticks. Keep crushing it. All right. And those are some testimonials that we have on our website. So that's another example there. And I could keep going through, more and more of these. There's some other, I'll show you guys. That was a job title basis. Let me go into this one quick. I'll show you. I think this one's a different prompt we have. This is still a summarization prompt. This one, let's see. Nope, that's the same one. I've got it in a different sequence. One second. Maybe it's this one. All right. Pardon my clicking around. This is just what happens. Yeah, this one's a different prompt. So this one's quite a bit shorter prompt. So in this case, we're doing AI personalization with personas. So inside of UpChat, we have personas. So to show you what a persona is in Upticks, what you can do is you can actually save information about your prospects with particular personas. Tell the system kind of what job titles, departments, industries, problems you solve, so on and so forth. This is going to be more helpful if you use AI to write the entire email for you. Okay. So you can keep all this information in our persona builder. This then passes additional information over to ChatGPT to further personalize the message. So then because of that, we shorten the prompt a little bit here because we're feeding ChatGPT more context about the persona through that persona form. So in this case, it says mostly the same stuff, but we instructed it to do like write the sentence a certain way, praise them for something they, based on the description I provided, start with love how you did whatever, and finish with a certain line. Okay. So we'll just pull up some examples here. Barry, loved how Profit Advisory Group has helped various industries save significant amount of money on their technology expenses, like the flooring manufacturer who saved $310,000. So then this is the prompt. It's adding this. I think Upticks might help spread the word about this to even more people on social media. This is just because I said social media in my prompt. Obviously, Upticks doesn't pitch social media, but you can have it say whatever you want. I just happen to have I copied this prompt from somewhere else, as you can see here, right in the prompt description. I saved the prompt. I resaved the prompt after I generated it because I noticed that. But just slightly different variation there. All right, here's another one. Nope, that one didn't finish. Okay, that one wasn't started. Sorry. Here's another one. Becky loved how Dragos is dedicated to securing critical assets in various industries with their effective OT cybersecurity platform. Upticks can help spread the word, so on and so forth. You might not want to put this sentence in there. Anyway, these are just examples, okay? So you can see, it's spitting out like some really good, that one wasn't started either. Some really good personalized sentences. These are like really good. Loved how U-Quality is dedicated to improving software products and services through systematic activities. So anyway, I've shown, maybe 10, 20 examples. So we could keep going on and on and on with it, but it's super, super powerful, super cool. So yeah, that's it on the AI. So I'm going to, in a second, I'm going to show everybody a limited time offer. But first, I want to do the reveal on the next new feature coming up, which is going to be called Sequence Paths. So we are totally rebuilding our sequence builder to be more just be easier in general to work with. So it's going to be where you effectively pick your trigger first, set up all your settings here, and you won't have to save smart lists in order to trigger. And we'll be doing a whole bunch of other things as well. But sequence paths will be a way for you to build conditional logic inside of the sequencer. So this will be helpful for inside of a sequence activities. If people are opening, clicking, engaging, you can send them down a different path. It's also helpful for building out your entire sales process in one sequence. So imagine you've got a list of leads, and maybe some of the leads have email, some of the leads have LinkedIn and email, some of the leads have phone number, LinkedIn and email. You could set up multiple paths for, like, this could be your email only path, this could be your email plus LinkedIn path, and then you could have a third path. This is going to break if I click it. That has all 3 channels. Or let's say somebody, you have a deal, right? You have your deal stages. Each one of these paths, you could build a whole sales process for all of your deal stages. Meeting booked, meeting no-show, needs follow-up. You could build your entire sales strategy inside of the new sequence builder with paths. And this will be, you'll be able to, zoom in, zoom out, that kind of stuff. And, basically build your entire experience. So super, super excited about that. There's going to be a bunch of other updates with this as well once that's released. So I'm hoping within the next 2-3 weeks, something like that, we should have that launch. All right. So that's personalization at scale, and then that's the new reveal on the newest feature. So let me go over quick the special limited time offer for the Cold to Gold Accelerator. Which what we're going to help everybody do on the accelerator is help you land in the inbox, get your emails open, read, and replied with some of this new fancy technology, help you build a follow-up and nurturing plan. If you aren't aware, like, most people are channel choking their sales and not implementing multiple channels, and it's costing you a lot of opportunities. So we want to help unlock those channels, help you book more appointments, close more customers, make sales, be more profitable, hit your goals, so on and so forth. So we have a ramp inside a ramp up called the Cold to Gold Accelerator. This has like 80 some lessons in it. We've historically had this locked unless you have our Convert annual plan, which is like $2,800 or something like that. It is not going to cost $2,800. It's a crazy, crazy offer, which I'm going to reveal in just a second. So you're going to get access to this Cold to Gold Accelerator. We'll teach you how to do a whole bunch of stuff, from inboxes, copywriting, everything, multi-channel, the whole 9. Then I just released a Cold to Gold challenge. Some of you might have seen this. We're charging $97 and $297 for VIP. You're going to get access to that. If you want to learn more about it, you can go to www.coldtogold.com/email mistakes. Luana, if you can post that. I didn't put you in the panelist. That's my bad. Sorry, I meant to put Luana into the panelist. I'll send an email out with the link to this if anybody wants it. Otherwise, I think it might be just right on our website. So you're going to get access to that. With the Cold to Gold Accelerator, you're also going to get access to live support calls. You guys have probably, if you're a customer, you've probably seen us do these. We are adding a couple new support calls. So we're going to have a technical call, and this is subject to change the days. So this is a new program, and we're based on feedback. We're gonna get feedback from you guys. But with setting up all these inboxes, DNS settings, all these crazy weird things, even some technical stuff inside of Upticks, what's going on with this, what's going on with that. The technical co-founders for Upticks every single week are going to have an open call for you to join and eliminate those bottlenecks without having to reach out to support. Okay, so we're going to have a weekly call for that. Then we're going to have a weekly strategy call. So we're going to focus on some of the strategies. So either myself or some of our other team members would be leading these strategy calls to help you unlock the strategies from the Cold to Gold Accelerator and the content that's in there, which is multi-inbox sending with email, AI personalized emails, multi-channel with phone, with LinkedIn, with all that kind of stuff. All right. So Wednesdays are going to be strategy calls, and then Thursdays are going to be Q&A calls. Okay. I'll likely, by and large, be doing these, at least for in the short term. These are basically going to be open Q&A calls. So 3 days a week, you can hop on a call. These are open style calls. You don't have to have your camera on or anything like that. And, we'll try to answer as many questions as we can. Okay. If we get too bogged down, there's too many people, we'll probably add more calls. All right. So that's the support calls. Then you're going to get access to some of the AI personalization at scale. We've been putting together some best practices. We've been putting together, you just saw some prompts and some, how to do all this kind of fancy stuff. We're going to show you. There's a big difference between automated emails and semi-automated with personalization in terms of what you can get with results. And we want to help you implement strategies to get better results than what you've gotten in the past to 2 to 4x reply rates. Okay. I can't guarantee that. All right. But we're going to work our asses off to help you guys achieve that with some of the new functionality we've got. And then inside of there, I'm going to show you our stack and loop framework. And I apologize, this is super small, but there's a lot to it. So stack and loop, we teach you how to lead your sales strategy with cold email. We stack channels with cold calling, and then we stack channels with LinkedIn. And then we loop back and we do that process over. So if our leads aren't responding to us, right, it just means they're busy. If they didn't tell us no, it means they're busy. They're probably interested, but they're just busy with life. So I often see people just give up on their leads and reject their own leads. All right. So we're going to teach you the stack and loop framework that can help 2x, 3x, and even 5x bookings. All right. So here's everything you're going to get in the Cold to Gold Accelerator. You're going to get the Cold to Gold Accelerator ramp. You're going to get the Cold to Gold Challenge. You're going to get weekly open support calls. You're going to get the AI personalization at scale that we're going to help you implement on these live calls. You're going to get the stack and loop framework, all valued at $12,000. I'm not going to charge you guys that. You would think I'm crazy. We are going to plan on charging $19.97 for it. We will do a limited time offer at $9.97, but right now it will cost you none of that. This is all going to be included on our Convert monthly subscription. Monthly, $299 a month. That's it. Okay, our newest Convert plans. All right, this will be limited time. I am actively releasing marketing funnels and everything like that to start to sell the $9.97. Okay, I don't know when I'm going to be done with that, but the second I launch it, this offer is going to go away. It's $299 a month on our new Convert plans. All right, that's it. All right, you're going to get personal strategy and support from me and our entire team on that with the courses inside of Ramp Up and then the coaching calls. All right, so you probably know who this is for, but if you're a small, medium-sized business, maybe you've struggled with time-consuming sales processes in the past, you want to transform your sales process, you want a system to help you automate all of this. All right, if you're an innovative and forward-thinking person, this is for you. Okay, there is a technology piece to it. Okay, so there's going to be some patience. Our team will help you eliminate some of those bottlenecks, but at least you're not scared of automation and AI because you know that it's going to help you create leverage in your business. All right, and you know that there's better strategies than what you've done in the past. I'm not going to go through all this, but the automated strategies. It's hard to get attention. You guys see your inboxes. And you can probably see how the personalization and all that kind of stuff, of course, helps break down barriers at least. So I already mentioned the software. So the Cold to Gold Accelerator will be available on this plan. Okay. And all of those features that I mentioned. All right. So I know we're just a few minutes past. I apologize. I'm going to try to get through some Q&A. I see we've got some questions in the chat. I'll answer all questions. I'll stick around as long as you sit around and listen to me. I will answer questions live. Okay. So feel free to post in the chat any questions that you have. All right. And I will stick around as long as you have. I don't know when my next call is exactly, but I'll stick around. So the first one, can you pass a website or another URL for ChatGPT to scrape to gather more context? Great question. Great question, Andrew. Right now, this is our own scraper that is scraping a particular website. What we will probably end up doing is if you have a website or a URL that you can add into a contact, any custom field inside of Upticks, we will likely use that to try to scrape that. Unless ChatGPT opens up, and I can't remember if they're doing this yet or not. They might have just released it if they did. I don't know that their APIs allow currently for website scraping. I'm not positive. However, if they do, or if they are, we will definitely be working towards that. But if you have a URL, and by the way, when you sign up for the Convert plan here and get access to the Cold to Gold Accelerator, we're going to be taking your feedback in where we can innovate and improve this product. Because our up chat features with the personas and the prompts that we've already had for a long time, they've been on this Convert plan. But you're going to be able to give us feedback on these live calls. So we're going to take your feedback on these calls, and we're definitely going to be missing some stuff. We're definitely going to need to be able to scrape other sites. There's obviously sites that are hard to scrape, LinkedIn and all that kind of stuff, but we're going to be working to add more functionality into it. So this is kind of the starting point with at least the website, but we will 100% be opening that up to more use cases as we go. So right now we're starting with the website. We want to get this puppy launched as quick as possible. All right. So I should have started with this. I can't believe I didn't, but my team built this, and you guys would be probably shocked at how fast. We had some infrastructure for this, but they built this in a few days. Okay. So I'm super, super impressed with the team and what they've been able to do. So I want to thank the entire development team and our co-founders for that. So we'll continue to adapt and innovate this feature. And if you are inside of the Cold to Gold Accelerator, you will be the first ones that we'll take feedback from, because you'll have access to the feature. Next question: when will you be able to scrape LinkedIn profile and posts? Great question. We're actively looking at some solutions right now, either via API or some of our custom built solutions to do more. LinkedIn is notoriously hard. Of course, they try to prevent it. So we want to make sure we're not getting in trouble, and we don't want to risk our entire platform. And so we will likely, look towards some third-party vendors and all that kind of stuff. And we already started that process. We have some identified. They're just not quite passing all the data that we would like, that I'd be satisfied with it. But we will continue to actively add more and more features. And so we would love everyone's continued feedback. And I know LinkedIn's a big one. Kurt asks, is voicemail drop on the horizon of new features? It is, Kurt. After our, I don't want to commit 100% when it's going to be done. But once paths, and now that the AI personalization is done, we will do some more Twilio and phone up on phone type stuff. And so we're scoping out all the parallel dialing and the voicemail drop functionality. Q&A. Yeah, Luana, thank you for posting that in the Q&A. I'm going to post everybody into the chat. If anyone, I should have done this earlier, but if anybody was interested in having us build any of this stuff for them, I'm going to put a link inside of the chat if you have access to it, for you to book a call with me if you like. So I'll just put that in there. Jeremy asks, when on a paid plan, is there some kind of support if I work late into the night? Jeremy, it depends on, I don't know what your time zone is. Our support hours are mostly US based, but we do have some crossover with other time zones, as some of our team members are overseas. But we do not have 24/7 support. We do with the AI chatbot, and it doesn't answer all the questions, but it's doing a really good job answering a lot of questions, because it's literally reading our entire knowledge center. But I don't know where you're located exactly, so I'm not 100% certain when I'm paid. Yeah. Yeah, we do not have 24/7 support. Most softwares don't, unless you're, billion-dollar company. We are not there yet. Jason asks, are we able to use custom GPT or open API assistance to use a more in-depth knowledge base? No, not currently. So right now, I don't know that ChatGPT has opened up. I think they have plans to open up their custom GPTs through the API. That, if that's been released already, I'm just probably not in the know right now. But right now, this is through our API, and you use these custom prompts that you save inside of Upticks, and it's doing an amazing job. If ChatGPT gets to the point, which they probably will, where they allow custom GPTs through their API. We will probably have that inside of the sequencer at some point. We don't have it yet. Again, if you're part of this program, we will, we'll be innovating this feature over the course of time, and we will be taking your feedback there. And if you're aware of some of these things even before we are, it's hard to keep track of all the updates ChatGPT is doing all the time, which are fantastic. We will be taking your feedback, and we'll be innovating fairly quickly. And these APIs, like once they have the APIs, they're pretty quick to implement as well. Okay, so great question. Jeremy, Central Time. Yeah, so if you're working late into the night in the US, Jeremy, we probably don't have coverage. Our overseas team, it's likely middle of the night for them. And then our team here in the US and closer US hours are likely having dinner with their families and getting some rest. So the AI bot will likely be your savior in that instance. Next question, is there any assistance with building out prompts? Absolutely, Silas. So inside of this program, we will be working with everybody. We're putting this through its paces as well. We already have some prompts written that seem to be working pretty well with this. So you'll get access to our prompts, and then you can take those, tweak them, edit them, make them your own, all that kind of stuff. And we will be working with everybody to build out prompts as well. And we'll be sharing best practices inside of the accelerator. Next question, do I need to wait full 2 weeks before I send out emails to allow to warming, or can I start? I would wait a full month. So the question was about how long should you be on email warm-up? You should wait a full month, and most people won't tell you that. But I'll tell you because I don't want people to fail. When you have a new domain, a big trigger for your domain is the age of it. If it's under a month old on your domain, you are really jeopardizing. I should have put it on the video here earlier. If you have a domain that's less than a month old, that's a big trigger for email clients that you're a new email sender, and you can burn your domain very fast. And so you should always warm up for at least a month, and then easily graduate into more and more volume, capping out at about 50 email sends a day maximum. So I would not warm up for only 2 weeks. I know that's not what most people want to hear. I know other platforms tell you 2 weeks, but you will burn out your domains, and you will have problems if you do it too soon, more than likely. All right. So I try to just be as honest as I can. And if that loses this business, I can sleep better at night by being honest. So, and then on that same topic, the rest of that question was gradually work up to 450 daily. I would not send 450 emails a day from a single inbox. You want to cap out at 50 emails a day per inbox if you're doing cold outreach. If you have warm leads and stuff like that, you can get more aggressive with more volume. For instance, like I use Upticks to do lead nurturing. And you've probably seen emails come from me from different domains, different inboxes. So I use the same cold email concepts for lead nurturing as we do for cold email. But you do not want to send 450 emails a day per inbox. You want to send maximum 50. All right, a few more questions trickling in here. Appreciate everybody today and being on the call and sticking around here on the Q&A. And I'll keep answering questions, as I said. So we'll keep going. Do other platforms, like, I'm not going to insert the competitor's name. I might have trash talked them a little bit for some bad practices out there in the marketplace, promoting these false open rates. Platforms like have everything you went over today. I don't know if Instantly and okay, I'll just say their name, Instantly, Smart Lead, and them, if they have, I know they have what are called subsequences. Upticks takes it to a different level on automation in sequencing. I don't think they have conditional logic. We've had conditional logic with the use of Smart Lists, so you can do some very, very advanced stuff with Upticks. I don't think they have the AI personalization. I could be wrong. These guys are adding features, just as fast as Upticks as well. We're focusing on a slightly different path. But as far as I know, we're one of the first ones to put in the AI prompts and personalization directly into our sequencer. And we're going to keep building more and more functionality into our sequencer. That is going to be our focus moving forward, including integrations with LinkedIn, automation softwares, integrations with hopefully AI video softwares and stuff like that. So that's going to be our strong suit, and our paths will continue to build on that and likely build a lot of features. So the sequencer is really going to be kind of our bread and butter. So we'll keep building on that. Let's see here. Appreciate being honest. Yeah, absolutely, Jeremy. I always try to be as honest as possible. That's kind of our motto. I'd rather lose business by being honest than lose business by being dishonest and trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. So that's kind of our motto. So appreciate you appreciating it. So so I said, appreciate it, Patrick. Looks and sounds exciting. Thank you for this. Yeah, absolutely, Silas. Appreciate it. If there's no more questions, I know we're 16 minutes past here. I really, really appreciate everybody joining today. This is live on the live server in Uptycs for the new Convert software subscriptions, okay, that were released, I think, a month or so ago. So if you're already on Convert from previously, you can go, you already have access to this. If you're not, if you're on an older version or a legacy plan, you can go into the settings and then plan and billing, and then change over to the Convert plan. You'll immediately get access to the features. You'll immediately get access to the Cold to Gold Accelerator ramp, which I'll be putting in the next few days here. The links to join the open calls that are starting next week. Okay, so that's how you get access to it. Looks like a couple more questions. I'll just keep answering questions. A couple more questions trickled in. I'll answer those and keep going. So I was in the first Cold to Gold program that has been removed from Mighty Networks. I wasn't able to log in. Yeah, Jason. So we built our own learning and course management portal inside of Uptycs called RampUp. So I'm still paying for Mighty Networks, but I'm not really actively using it at all. So that everything can be built into the Uptycs platform, all of our courses and ramps and all that kind of stuff. It reduces a login and some complexity and all that kind of stuff. Next question, once somebody responds and eventually becomes a customer, does it make sense to move them to a different CRM so we know we're not sending cold emails to them anymore, if that makes sense? We have a full CRM built inside of Uptycs. You don't need to. You could simply use unenroll logic inside of the Uptycs sequencer to make sure that your customers aren't getting enrolled into cold outreach. So you can create a smart list inside of Uptycs comprised of all your customers. Use that then inside of your sequence enrollment options to never cold email those people again. So you probably, depending on your business, you probably don't need another CRM. If you're a small business, you probably don't need another CRM other than Uptycs. If you're a little bit bigger and you're using HubSpot or like maybe a Salesforce or Zoho CRM for like the entire company, then maybe you need another CRM. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, everyone. Thanks so much. Hope you appreciate the new features. If you join the new Cold to Gold Accelerator program, we will see you on the live support calls. I thank everybody for your support, sticking with Uptycs. It's been a heck of a journey and a ride, and we keep trying to put out more and more stuff for you to be more and more successful. So thanks so much, everyone, and we'll see you on the next update. Bye-bye.